Hey guys, it's Alyssa Marie, your intuitive reader. I am so happy to be back and giving you guys a reading video. Today's reading video, it's actually a pick a sticker video, but we are going to be looking at what you can expect for September of 2023. So I'm going to be uploading this a few days prior to September, but you can expect this kind of energy, these things throughout the entirety of the calendar month of September in 2023. So before we get started, if any of you are interested in a personal reading, crystals, guided meditations, etc., the link to my Etsy is down below. So let's go ahead and get started. So we have 3 stickers to choose from, okay? Let me show you them up close. They're all of crystals. Firstly, we have the first sticker, which is a pink crystal. That's pile 1. Secondly, we have a rainbow crystal with some stars. That's pile 2. And pile 3 is a beautiful, if I can pick this up, purple crystal. And that is pile 3. So 1, 2, 3. So you can go ahead and if you look down in the timestamps below, you can find your pile. So let's get started. All right, so this is for those of you who chose this pink crystal sticker. This is your reading, pile number 1. Let's get into it. So I am going to start let's start with tarot, okay? I'm going to pull some tarot. I'm going to do some oracle as well, and I'm going to roll a die later, and we're going to look at some numbers that are important. So let's get started. What can pile 1 expect for September 2023? What are the energies present? What can they expect? Ooh, lovely. The first card out is Temperance. I say lovely because to me, Temperance is a very positive card. So let me go ahead and I'm going to set Temperance up here for a second. Let me go ahead and I'm going to do 2 more tarot. All right. Temperance. And we will talk more about that in one moment. We've got Temperance. We have, the 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups. And thirdly, 3 tarot, 4 pile 1. We have, my goodness, pile 1. You got some positive energy. And you have the 6 of Wands. Okay, you got 2 6s. So I can automatically say that 6 is an important number, okay? So before we even roll any type of die, look out for number 6. Whoops, okay? In any variation. Number 6, number 66, 666, 66666, look for 6. The first thing I want to let you know, firstly, you can expect balance, okay? I see that maybe in previous months, things have been a little out of balance. This can do with really anything. Maybe you felt you were putting in a lot of energy into something and not seeing, the fruits of your labor. Or maybe you could be so stressed. And remember, this is a general reading, so take what resonates. Maybe you've been so stressed and it's like, you haven't been able to focus on the things you want. Energies have been kind of a little all over the place for the vast majority of you. But for September, things are coming into balance and moderation. You are able to see what needs moderation in your life. That's the best way to put it. So for example, you're seeing, whoa, I'm way too stressed right now, so I'm going to take a break. Whoa, this relationship, not good for me, I'm walking away. And you've always had that within you. This isn't a new thing, but it's going to be more easily seen for you in the month of September. Now, I also see with the 6 of Cups, there's something to do here with the past, okay? Now, the 6 of Cups, we're going to see more in a minute, but something about your past, it could be from your childhood, could be from teen years, early adulthood, whatever, just the past. And then you have the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands talks all about being recognized and being victorious, okay? So let me go ahead and I am going to pull some more oracle to get a better understanding of all of this, because I'm not for certain right about the Six of Cups yet. So let me go ahead and pull some oracle cards. All right. All right, whoa, okay, so I wanted to take one, but two have fallen out. We'll take them both. Oh my goodness, look at that positivity. Oh, you guys, you have such a positive month ahead. Oh my gosh, and hope. Wow. So positivity and hope. Positivity and hope. One more card here. Excuse my squeaky chair. I need to fix that squeaky chair here. Pile 1, please. What can they expect for September 2023? What can they expect for September 2023? All right. Oh my gosh. Happiness. Oh, and you have another. The other one was turned over. And life purpose. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I see the message loud and clear now. Okay. So life purpose. This is what really took it from me. Happiness, life purpose. Something from your past, okay? Something when you were either a child, when you were a teen, when you were a young adult. It doesn't matter how old you are now, whatever age you are, it is in the past. It can be a long time in the past, or it can just be literally, like 1 year ago. It's going to depend on your personal circumstance, but there is something from your past that you have put away regarding your life's purpose. And so what is life's purpose? Okay, this is important to realize. Sometimes this has to do with your career, but sometimes it has to do with hobbies and belief systems. It is things that, you have set out to do. And a lot of us get detached, I feel, from our life's purpose over the course of our life, and that is totally normal. And then there's a point where we come back to it. And also, I offer life purpose readings in my shop. And when we look at those readings with my clients, we're really focusing on the overarching life's purpose, because I feel that your overarching life's purpose tends to stay the same or very similar to when you first incarnated. But think of life's purpose as like an umbrella, or, look at this image. Think of it like the canopy of the tree, all the branches. See how the roots come underneath? And I like this imagery too, because your life's purpose is not always just one thing. Think of it like life's purpose, overarching, main term. And then it's like an umbrella. Underneath we have subsections, and those subsections are what changes, okay? But those subsections tend to eventually lead us back to our overarching life's purpose, okay? And so those subsections change all the time, and they're meant to change all the time. You are meant to experience so much in this existence, pile 1, that you are meant to have different beliefs. You are meant to change possibly parts of your identity. You are meant to change your relationships and your goals and your passions. And all those changes and everything, every day that you exist, you are really putting a new lens on your perspective. And my perspective will never be the same as yours or anyone else's, because we have all been through different things. And so what's amazing for you, pile number 1, is in September, something from your past that you have put away, okay? Whether that be, like I said, having to do with schooling or your career or your hobbies, or maybe even for some of you connections, because connections can be a part of our life's purpose. Either way, it has been put away. Something that you put away and that you somewhat maybe even gave up on. But what I see for September, such joy is going to occur because something's going to return, and that's the thing that will return. And not only will it return, but it will return in such a positive way that you are going to feel so emotionally fulfilled, okay? And not only is, okay, for some of you, this is directly related to your work, your career, your schooling, things like that. For those of you, this has to do with recognition, as in you are going to be recognized for the work that you are, that path you are going to take. Does that, I hope that makes sense the way I'm saying it. So what I mean is, I'm trying to say the best way to say this. So for some of you, it does really have to do with the physical sector, okay? Not all of you, but for some of you. And you are going to physically see the rewards of your efforts personally, but also from other people. Like, wow, I'm so glad you started that again. Or, wow, you are, for all of you though, wow, you are glowing. Wow, you look so happy. You look so beautiful, so beautiful. So in just glowing. That's the best way I can say it. And you're going to be like, well, thank you, and there's a reason for that. People are going to, even if they don't fully voice it, which I think for a lot of you, they are going to voice it. This is why, it's because you're aligning more to that new life's purpose, that new and old, you know what I mean? New and old, because your perspectives have changed, but you are leading back to that. You have the beautiful blue butterfly here. That's a great spiritual symbol of mine, but the blue butterfly is also about, metamorphosis and change. And so it's something that you thought, like for example, maybe when you were a young person, you really wanted to travel the world and you put that on the back burner. Or maybe you wanted to be a doctor and you put that on the back burner. September is a month where all of a sudden you are really going to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm going to go back to this. And you're not, like I said, just going to go back to it. You're going to want to go back to it. It's so much joy and so much happiness. It's almost like overflowing for you guys. And that is beautiful. Okay. So let me go ahead, and I'm also going to, so very positive reading there. I'm going to go ahead and roll the die. Where did I set that die? Here, there it is. And it's kind of going to be loud on this table. Well, it might not be so loud on the cards. Let me try to roll it there. Let's see what number. So 6 is an important number. Another important number, nope, that's good, is 12. And I'm going to give you 3 numbers, 6, 12, and 10. 6, 12, and 10 are very important numbers for you in September, whatever that means for you. They can be lucky numbers. They can be numbers that are trying to tell you something, but pay close attention to those numbers. So this is what I have for you, pile number 1, what you can expect for September 2023. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. All right, this is for those of you who chose the rainbow crystal sticker. We are going to see what you can expect for the month of September 2023. So I'm going to go ahead and start with some tarot, and then we're going to pull some oracle as well as giving you some numbers to look out for. So let's begin. I'm going to start with some tarot. What can pile 2 expect for September of 2023? What is coming into fruition? All right, firstly, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Secondly, we have the 10 of Pentacles, okay? And thirdly, we have the 7 of Wands, okay? So the first thing I want to let you know is there is a lot to do with the physical sector for September 2023. And what I'm really referring to with the physical sector, I'm referring to work, so career, schooling, referring to hobbies, domestic life, health, finance. So not so much necessarily your spiritual path. I mean, it's always present, but there's a lot of energy surrounding the physical sector. Firstly, really good news. Okay, really great stuff happening. The first thing I see is there is going to be new opportunity. Okay, right off the bat, there's going to be new opportunity. And this new opportunity is going to lead you to fulfillment, okay? Not only emotional fulfillment, but I feel monetary fulfillment. So what I see here is if there is a new project you want to do, a new kind of side hustle, a new job, a new offer, and there is a chance to make money with that, I do recommend you take that in September, because what I see for you is abundance in the financial form, okay? Sorry, my camera just cut there. But anyway, as I was saying, with the Seven of Wands, okay, what this is telling me is, I think, regarding this thing, what I'm talking about, and it's going to be different for all of you, whether that be, like I said, your work, your hobby, your health, your something with the physical sector. Maybe you've been really feeling a bit weary about it, as in you've been feeling tired and you're like, oh my gosh, I keep putting this energy in and I'm not necessarily seeing the results. Maybe for some of you, you've been kind of feeling like giving up with it, and you're like, is this the path for me? Is this what I should be doing? The answer is yes. Do not give up at this time. So, of course, I would tell you, if I see, okay, it's time to walk away, it's not time to walk away. It's time to stick with what you're doing, because there is to be a new opportunity. For a lot of you, this is an offer, okay? For a lot of you, it is an offer. And this offer could be, like I say, relating to your job. It could be a promotion. It could be, hey, do you want to work with me on this project? Do you want to start this side business? Do you, want to start this new hobby? And you're like, maybe you want to start, I don't know, crocheting, and then you realize you're really good at it and you want to sell it. That would be an example, okay? So this is a very good thing. But what's important here is not to give up, okay? Because I don't see it's necessarily, whenever we're looking at pentacles too, like if the court cards came out with like the Knight of Pentacles, and just pentacles in general are kind of slower energy, don't be discouraged, because I don't necessarily see this coming to fruition at the beginning of September. I think you're going to be looking more towards the mid or late September, in which you're going to start to see the fruits of your labor in the financial department. And I think, like I said, for most of you, it's going to be financial. But for some of you, it could also be abundance in the form of, say, I don't know, followers maybe. Maybe you want to start like a YouTube or a TikTok or something like that. And somehow there's going to be abundance in the physical form, in numbers and money, something like this, okay? So be on the lookout for that. Now let me pull some other oracle cards as well and see what comes through. Okay, so for pile 2, please, for pile 2, what is it that they can expect for September of 2023? Passion. Ooh, okay. Beetroot with passion. Okay. So, and that makes sense that you get such an earthy vegetable too, because this is like it's a card of, what is it called? The Green Witch Oracle. So there's vegetables, fruits, plants, but you have to me, the beetroot, right, is such an earthy vegetable and root plant. And so that really kind of connects to this kind of earthy pentacle energy. But it says here passion, okay? And you got number 7 here, passion. And you got a 7 here too. So 7 is an important number. I'll say that because you got 7 2 times. I do think this passion, and we'll look a couple more cards, but I do think that this passion has to do with the physical sector. So I don't think for a lot of you this is passion in the form of like connection or, love, but I do think this is in the form of personal hobbies, work, health for some of you. Oh, that was my dog. Sorry, you probably heard my poor puppy sound like he was coughing. But yeah, so let me pull another one and see what else. Let me see what else. Such positivity for you guys. Pile number 1, so positive. Justice. Interesting. Okay. So let me pull one more of these. I feel the need to pull one more for this one. Justice. Justice makes me think of right things becoming fair, but it also it does make me think of relationships, I will say, because Libra, justice, relationships. Well, let me see. Talent, yeah. Okay, there is a lot to do with something, a talent of yours. And this particular talent is meant to, you're going to get it, like you're going to get an offer to progress this talent or to start this talent. Like I said, whether it be with your career or side hustle or hobbies, schooling, yeah, there's going to be a lot of progression with that for this month. And not only that, I see a lot of balance for you guys with the justice. Things are becoming more like balanced. And you know, with justice, I have the need to say this. For some of you, there is going to be a connection, and I don't feel still a love connection, but it could be a business partnership or a mentor that helps work with you during this month. And if you have the opportunity to do so, I do recommend doing so. If you have the opportunity to do any type of partnership with work or with school or with, you know, hobbies, I do recommend you to do that as well. Okay. But I see such a, you know, talent here that maybe you're aware of and maybe you're not, but you are really going to use this talent for greatness, for personal greatness and personal fulfillment. All right. So very interesting. Let me go ahead and I'm going to roll the die here. So like I said, number 7 is important. Let's see what else comes through. Sorry, that barely rolled, but 1. Oops, sorry. Oh my gosh, 7 again. Can you believe that? 7 is so important. Lucky number 7. And 12. And 12. Okay. So I really recommend looking at 777. That number, that angel number, repeating number, is really going to be present. And what this is going to show is what we talked about and other messages. So for example, if you leave this reading and you don't know exactly what I'm referring to, and say you receive some sort of offer and for some reason it's like the 7th day of the month, or it's like 7 p.m. or something like that, it means definitely take it, right? But also, if you're just out and about and you go to the grocery store and your total is $7.77, and when you see that total, you were thinking about this new hobby, that would be, you know, a confirmation. So pay very close attention to 777 as well as number 12, okay? So, and number 1 too, but I know I'm giving you all this information about 7. 12 and 1 are important too, but they're not near as important as 7, okay? So really pay attention to 7, 7, 7. You got 3 times. All right, so thank you so much, pile number 2. This is what I see for your September 2023. Thank you. All right, if you chose pile 3 with this purple crystal sticker, this is what you can expect for September 2023. I'm going to start with some tarot cards, see what energies come through, as well as some oracle, and I'm also going to give you an important number or numbers to look out for. All right, so let's see, let's begin. Whoa, okay, that just shot out. We have the 9 of Wands. Okay, and we're going to look more into that in a second. I'm going to pull 3. Then we also have the Hermit in reverse. Okay. So for pile 3, one more card, please. And boom. The World in reverse. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting cards. So first of all, pile number 3. There's a lot going on, okay? Like, not in a bad way, but there is a lot of very potent energy here. You've got a lot of major life lessons occurring for September because we've got 2 major arcanas here. But let me talk about this. So what I see firstly, the Hermit in reverse is telling me there is a need to kind of come out of your bubble, okay? So maybe you in this month, or maybe a lot of the months, you are feeling like, you know, kind of being to yourself a bit more, which is not a bad thing, of course, because the Hermit upright, it's a great card. It means we need to do a little self-discovery. and introspection. But to me, when the Hermit is in reverse, this tells me it's time to kind of get out there. All right. And what I see here with the Nine of Wands too is like, the Nine of Wands is kind of being weary and like kind of tired after battle and whatnot. But it also, to me, is a card about kind of see how something not working. Okay. So what I see in this regard is this is something that is kind of hindering you or has hindered you, is sometimes you don't put yourself out there in the way that would help you. And I can literally resonate with this because sometimes it appears that you're a little too much in your head about stuff. You're thinking, oh, because this, I have to be honest, this guy on this card, he looks like he's like, oh, like thinking about stuff like, oh, and in fact, his head is hurt. So it's like he's maybe in pain and he's like, I'm thinking about my pain. I'm thinking about what has happened. And because of that, maybe I don't want to trust people again. Maybe I don't want to get new friends. Maybe I don't want to get in a new relationship. Maybe I don't want to go down that path because I'm going to get hurt. Okay. So for a lot of you, that energy is there, but there is a true need to step out of that. And part of your spiritual progression at this time, it would be greatly benefited if you kind of get out there and meet some people in some capacity, whether that be joining a club, whether that be online, whether that be just meeting up with old friends even. But there's a need for connection externally, not only with people, but animals and environments. It would be great for you to kind of get out of the cave per se. And sometimes we don't even know we're in the cave, like me, for example, I'm somebody that works from home and I'm like, damn, I need to go outside more. I need to get out some more, and sometimes we don't even realize it, or we're just so busy. We're like work and taking care of the family and da 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 da, that we kind of, in a way, sometimes isolate ourselves in that regard. So you also have the World in reverse. Now the World upright talks about completion and things coming full circle. But because it's in reverse, I think one, that this is a life lesson that you need, it will not progress unless you kind of take this advice, or it will progress, but not at the rate you want. But another way I see this for some of you, for actually a lot of you, is something is really not done. Something that you've been doing, and we're going to pull some oracle to see maybe what more that is, but something is not finished. Maybe you thought it was finished, it's not finished. Okay, and we're going to see what that is. Let me go ahead and pull some oracle cards here. So for pile 3, okay, so the first card out is grounding with potato, okay, and number 5. So number 5 coming through, but grounding. All right, grounding. Let me pull another of these. Grounding. Whoa, I'm gonna just take that one because a big pile fell out over here. Grounding. Let's see. This one is desire with the lettuce. Desire. Interesting. Okay, and then we have a number 3 there. This is actually in a way similar. All the piles were a bit similar today. They were different, but they were similar. There was like a recurrent theme. And one thing I'm seeing here for you guys, pile 3, it looks like something that you thought was finished regarding desire. Now, you can take desire whatever way fits for you. Desire can be desire in a romantic sense. It can be desire, like you desire to do something, as in hobbies, career, passions you have, something that you used to, I feel, have desire about, or person you had desire about for some of you, that you thought something was finished. It's not. Okay. So what I mean by that is it appears there's going to be something from the past, some theme. And like I said, it depends on because this is a very general read. It depends on your circumstance. But something from the past is going to make its way. And I don't think this is a bad thing or a positive thing. I'm feeling a very neutral energy. It's how you see it, okay? But something that you kind of put on the back burner, you're like, nope, I do feel it's coming back. And it's going to come back, not right away, but when you have grounded yourself, okay? And it's meant to come back, whatever this is. It's meant to come up again for you to complete the cycle. So I think that this is a big kind of sigh of energy of relief. There is going to be, for a lot of you, some sort of closure to something, okay? Or some sort of information that occurs where you're like, okay, I get this now. And for some of you, it might not even be external. For some of you, it might be like all of a sudden you're lying in bed and you're like, oh, yeah, I get it now. This is making sense to me. This is coming full circle. And then once you have done this, this is going to really help you, I think, mentally, okay? This is going to feel like, whew, thank goodness I got that straight, you know? And for some of you, this could bring about a new connection or a new opportunity. But for some of you, it is closure. It is final. So it can be either way, but either way, I do see information of some regard coming and helping you make sense, whether that be external or internal. Okay. All right. And I want you to trust this information and trust this path and know that it's meant to happen and allow it to happen. And then once you've gotten the information, then, you can do what you wish, because this lesson will come full circle. But I don't see this happening right away in September, because there is still a need to ground your energy and to kind of get out there. Specifically for a lot of you, this is getting out there in nature, okay? Whether that be, wherever you live, just some sort of nature, getting outside. And getting outside, it looks like, honestly, in the day and in the night, because we've got the moon here, but we've got the sun, we've got the moon, both. So get outside in the day and the night whenever you can and kind of ground your energy. I do recommend working a bit on the root chakra to help open up that foundation for new information to come down, okay? And I believe new information comes down, right? You could say from source, through the heavens, through the dimensions, down in the form of light codes into your crown chakra, and it goes out all the way down through. And sometimes if we're not grounded, think of it like, a cup with a hole in it. You can fill the cup as much as you want, but it drains out. So what I'm trying to say is, if we're not properly grounded, sometimes the information that we take in does not stick and does not make itself known. So make sure you definitely, starting now, work on some grounding exercises. You can find those. I believe I have a guided meditation on YouTube here, but also you can look up music associated with this on YouTube. You can wear red colors, crystals, eating those kind of earthy foods and things like that can really help you. And of course, spending time in nature, as well as many other things. But this is what I see. So let me go ahead and I'm going to pull some. Oh, I forgot. I do have to do this other deck. Let me do one more card for you guys. For pile 3, one more card. What's it say? Oh, yeah. Closure. We were just talking about that. That is what I'm saying right there. Confirmation. A lot of you, this is closure. The door is shut and the information has come in. Sometimes this can be positive closure. Sometimes this can feel a little but it's no more. You're not left hanging anymore. It's not like what the heck was this? What was that? Regarding connection, regarding work, regarding life purpose energy, whatever it is, you are getting closure because this information is coming in. All right. beautiful. So that's a good thing. And sometimes closure is very comforting, right? But sometimes it can be very like, oh, you don't like it because it's so final, but it is needed. All right. So let me pull or let me see some numbers. We have number 6 here. Number 6 is important for you. Number 10 is important for you. Whoops, sorry. And number 9. 6, 10, and 9 are important numbers that I'm seeing for you for September 2023. So thank you so much, pile number 3, and I hope you have a great day. And thank you so much for everybody's support. Bye-bye. Thanks so much.